The Life Stace on Storytime Part 9. So now I've said about permanently living at my mum's. I've described how that was for me. On top of that, like the only time I really went out was to play football on the front, but I had no friends on the street, so I'd just be playing, having a kickabout on my own, you know, trying to do tricks, kick-ups and whatnot. Now and again, my mum's partner, he would come out, and it was the only time he was really nice to me, and he'd have a kickabout with me, and I kind of appreciated that because of my love for football, you know, and it kept things like calm, you know, because we was just kicking the ball. If I weren't outside, I'd be in my bedroom. I'd either sit behind my bedroom door or I'd push my bedside table or my bed up against my door so no one could come in and out. I kind of created my own little safe space because my mum's boyfriend, he had an habit. Every time I come stairs, he just wanted to bang the door open. And it used to scare me. It used to like make me jump and whatnot, and you never really, like, you're on eggshells, you know, you don't really know what mood he's going to be in. So that was that. I also mentioned about the man from the park getting with a woman on my mum's street. You know, it was literally like 7 houses down from my mum's on the same row of houses, so it weren't that far at all. And my mum was friends with this woman, and the man was friends with my mum's boyfriend from being kids, you know, so he'd come round and he'd be like, Lily, coming down, so I'd begrudgingly come out of my bedroom, go and sit in the kitchen, all them would be talking and whatnot, and I'd just be like playing with my Barbies at the kitchen table, dead quiet, you know. Yeah, just, what was it, children should be seen and not heard was a common phrase that I used to get told, so I used to just sit there and not really speak unless I was actually spoken to. I remember the man's girlfriend, she was inviting me round to her house. When the man worked there, I don't know where he was. They wasn't actually in a relationship that long, so maybe they had separated by this point when she invited me round. So I've gone down to her house and whatnot, and she said, oh, I've got a game. And we was just watching TV, she's like, we've got a game. I'm like, oh, okay. So she got a box of matches out, and she just lit the match, you know, striking it off the box, and she passed it me. So I'm just sat there holding this match. She's done one for herself and she said, right, we've got to see who can burn it down the longest. Do you know, I was like, okay. So I'm just holding it. Anyway, it got like just above half and I'm like blowing it out, panicking. Do you know? Anyway, she could do it to like this. So I had to keep trying and do it. Anyway, I ended up burning all the top of my fingers. Went home. I wasn't allowed to her house anymore and whatnot. I remember my mum babysitting her kids a lot as well, so we always had her kids. She had I think it was a little boy. Did she? Oh yeah, it was a little boy, and then she had a friend, and my mum had a friend's kids as well. While they often went out, and then I remember my mum and a boyfriend sitting on the settee and shouting me in the living room. So I've gone in and they've gone, do you want a brother or a sister? I'm like, what? Obviously in my head, like, bear in mind, I am only 11 still at this point and so much had gone on. And I'd had a mum and dad, I'd had brothers, I'd had sisters, and it all got took from me. So in the nicest way possible, I didn't really want a brother or a sister. However, like, they kept asking, and then eventually I said that I would prefer a brother. I'm quite tomboy, you know, and I'd have more in common with a brother. So I thought I'd play football and whatnot. So it kind of got left on that note. But yeah, that's just like filling in little gaps. Really appreciate every single person that continues to listen to my story and supporting me. Without you people, I wouldn't have the strength to do what I do. So thank you. If you could please give me a like, a follow and a share. And that is Storytime Part 9.